So this happened to the 34, which can only mean one thing. It's Turbo Smart time, baby.
I'm a savage. Drop the classic. Thinking back. Drop the classic.
Alright, so if you saw in the last video when we gave the last GTR winner his car back all fixed up with an issue I've never seen before, at the same time I blew the turbo. Now I don't know if it was my fault or not, hard to say. We've had this turbo on a while. One lap in, she went kadoosh. The front bolt snapped off there. I'm not sure what happened first, whether the rear wheel snapped off.
I'm just gonna, whoop. There's the rear wheel from the turbo.
And then obviously the whole fins have smashed into the housing, which is a pretty hectic catastrophe. That's leading into our new partnership with Turbo Smart. Thanks Jimbo, all freshly get up. We're super excited to see what this does on our RB30 DET. This thing made 460 kilowatt, something like that, 26-ish PSI. Hard to say exactly what size this is, but we tried to go a very similar, which is the Turbo Smart's brand new designs of the 62 compressor. Is that the right way? These are a really cool new design turbo. We're running it on the new V3 2JZ WAGs, and it's gonna be spicy. That's the next size up on that one. Having the 3 litre shouldn't be an issue to spool it up, but we've still gone, they've supplied us with 2 different size rear housings. We've got this one, which is a 0.82, which is the same as what we had before. They've given us a 1.1 if we want to up the powers anymore. Just so you know, we needed to have a potential backup for World Time Attack, just in case Jassy doesn't pull his finger out and get the car done. I'm gonna hand this to Jimbo. He's gonna get it on there and we're gonna see what this bad boy does.
All right, before I get started and throw this thing on, I better let you guys know that you can jump on a Turbo Smart, use code KIR10 for a 10% discount on anything Turbo Smart related.
One eternity later.
What is up, guys? All right, so I've been pestering Jason to get some rods for the R34. He's finally got a hold of Nitto, and Nitto's agreed to send out some H-beam rods. My plan is to pull the motor back out and slap in some beautiful Nitto H-beam rods. It's only a few weeks to World Time Attack. Need to get this motor out, pull it down, slap some new rods, some new bearings in it, and then fit the new Turbo Smart turbo. Oof, can't wait to see how that performs. Along with some brand new rods, we'll be able to turn this up to the moon. So we'll finally be able to see some numbers out of this 2530 build and see kind of what it's gonna make. I'm gonna get into ripping this motor out. Stick around for the build and let's see what this baby right here can make with some rods, a new turbo, and a whole lot more boost.
Alright, Jimbo's workshop. How's she going with the RB30 build?
Oh, going well. Did run into a bit of a problem this morning.
Sure.
Yeah, went to fit up the rods to the pistons. The gudgeon pin was too tight.
Too tight.
So I had to go down and see Greg at NTS. He put our job in front of everyone's because we got a deadline. And he machined, he honed the clearances.
It's looking beauty.
And he even put them together for me.
Okay. So have you scaled these rods to make sure they're all exact same weight, Jimbo?
Yes.
You did?
No. No, we don't have time to do that.
Yeah, she'll be right. This is a slap together. I mean, it's kind of upsetting to slap together such expensive rods and pistons, but it is a stock RB30 bottom end and crank, so it's not the end of the world. I'm not sure exactly what will go wrong. I'm not a big engine builder guy, but
1,000 kilowatts.
But to be honest, I know good things. We run Nitto and everything. I know they do a pretty bang-on job of these fitting straight to stock cranks with standard size ACL bearings. Yeah, I've heard from other engine builders, like when they slap these together, they have to do minimal like grinding and balancing and this and that on these rods. So pretty confident, honestly, in these just going straight in.
Should be mint.
Should be mint.
She made 1,000,000 kilowatts. As it was, so.
That's it. At the end of the day, this is just, it's not necessary. It's just like, all right, it's going to make the car a perfect backup if everything goes together. it's just tight deadlines, and we're also stupid for not putting these rods in when we originally built the car. So we're kind of copping it right now by having to slap this job last minute for World Time Attack. But it's also pretty cool to be able to have this being fully spiced up with the V3 wags. If we have any dramas with the V3, 34's ready to go. And that's if we don't have dramas with the 34 too. So fingers crossed, we've got 2 tunes booked in this week. One for V3, one for this. So let's get cranking, Jimbo. I'll leave you to it.
I will, mate. All right, guys, so I am back on the 34 motor. The piston's in, as you would have seen me on the time lapse. Now I've got the head sitting on, slap some head studs in this and torque that head down using, of course, SP Tools digital torque wrench. Oof, can't wait to use this baby to torque this motor down. I'm gonna do a bit of cleaning on the motor and slap the cams in. And yep, the next thing you'll see is this motor going back into the 34 and then bolting her all back in. And then we'll get her down to Trent at Checkered and make some numbers. We're on a time crunch here. Haven't got long till World Time Attack. So yeah, I better get back to it and chuck you guys on a time lapse and get this motor back in.
That's an engine. Nice. Quick update because we're under the pump. I've got to go work on the wagon, but you got to get an engine in here, and then we've got to get it to tune on this Thursday, I think, and see what this thing can do. And still haven't even thought about honestly cleaning up the body because we got dogged by Hunter when Ben Jenkins jumped in this car. The rear end's not looking the prettiest either. And we're going to one of the most fancy events of the year. I'm sure we can worry about that once she's ready to go. Last minute jobbuses. How you feeling about engine going back together?
I feel we'll be right. Jimbo builds.
Jimbo builds, slap her together, get her done. Root. Super keen to see how far we can actually push this thing and how high we can rev the 30. Trent reckons we can push it pretty hard with these rods, so we can actually crank the torque down low and rev it a bit harder. So I reckon she's gonna sing. It's gonna be pretty cool. Anyway, I'll let Jimbo get to it and we'll update next when she's about to go to the dyno, I guess, when she first starts up.
Catch ups with Jimbo. What do we got going on, Jimbo? 34 getting spiced up for a World Time Attack backup car.
I got a day to get this finished to get it to Trent for a tune. The GoPro went flat, so I actually didn't get any footage of dropping the motor in, but hey, we've all seen a motor get dropped in. Anyway, we're at the spicy part now. The Turbo Smart Turbo. Basically, I'm just mocking up what needs to be cut, and we need a welded elbow on. I'm gonna cut it down. Yeah, basically get it ready to bolt on for the last time and put it all back together, and hopefully everything goes well when we start it, turn the key for the first time.
So there's a bit going on at the moment in there, Jimbo.
There's a lot going on. We're doing some late nights. Even Josh, you've been doing some late nights.
Building 2 cars at one time.
2 cars at once.
Both cars. When's this car go for a tune?
Tomorrow, I believe.
Tomorrow, so Thursday, and the wagon's going for a tune on Friday?
Yeah, I think so.
So there's a lot going on. The wagon being tuned for the first time. Obviously, this is basically almost being tuned for the first time because it's got, we're turning it up. We're starting fresh. So what are we hoping it makes, Jimbo? What are we hoping it makes? Tuning said 600. Trent from Checkered Tuning said it needs rods and we can send it.
Yeah, he was too scared to turn it up and we were struggling to keep it down. So I think with this whole setup, he's going to be spicy.
Yeah.
So. And the man's just rocked up to check out the turbo. Oof, I'm about to pull the front housing off. Spices. Yep.
Deadlines on deadlines?
Deadlines on deadlines.
We'll get it done.
I'm jet lagged.
The next day.
10:35, we got to get to the tune at, what, 2 o'clock, Jimbo? Get down to Checkered Tuning. We didn't have oil pressure on the RB after Jimbo's rebuilt it. It must have just been, it needed to be like primed with fire extinguisher oil pump thing Jesse had. So we ducked down to JS Performance, grabbed that. Jimbo hooked it up to one of the lines. It's got a bit of oil into the oil pump because it just wasn't priming when we cranked it over.
RB things, they just don't like to build oil pressure on starter. It is what it is.
Must have just been...
I didn't have the pump off when I built the motor. Primed it up with that fire extinguisher, hit it on the key. It's not idling, but it is what it is. It's got to go to Trent. yeah, we got oil pressure.
Done.
So put it all back together, get it down to Trent, and hope for the best.
The World Time Attack race is on. I'm a little bit worried about the drive line, the diff and the shafts and stuff, because she ain't meant to be pushing quite that much power with the big old dirty RB30 cranking all the torques in the world.
Yeah, well, we're going to make a fair bit, I think. While I've got you, I just want to put a shout out to obviously Turbo Smart. Beautiful turbo. Also, I want to just touch on, they've given us this, I believe it's like a pressure valve and like a filter. Basically, this is a prototype. Well, I believe it's a filter, and it's regulating the pressure, the oil pressure running through the turbo. So they want us to send that back to them. They're going to open it up, have a look, make sure everything's all good. And yeah, so we're testing it for them. So I just want to shout out Turbo Smart. And yeah, I'm going to keep going, and let's hear this thing whistling on the dyno. And you know what, Jace? Had it apart. No leaks. We are down at Checkered Tuning to see Trent and Kat, and they're going to look after us with the tune on this baby. Okay, so we've had a few dramas to start with. We've got some fuel pumps that aren't playing ball. They're staying on and doing weird stuff. Turns out we went to fit a new ECU to it. Jason pulled the ECU out, put in the AU ute. When we swapped it over, we've used the new loom adapter. It's a Nexus adapter, and we believe it's wired differently. So I have Brenny, who, thank God, was still at the workshop. So he's bringing us down that other adapter. So we'll get that in, and hopefully that'll fix our issue. Are you chin wagging on the clock, Brenny?
I'm not on the clock, Barry.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
We're all on the clock, mate.
On the way. Oh, yeah. It's an important meeting.
Yeah.
It's a meeting.
It's a meeting, is it? Oh, sponsorship. Okay, so far we've made 520 kilowatts, 28 PSI. The turbo wants a whole lot more, but we are having some serious intermittent boost controlling faults. We've put it down to, we think that the MAC valve is somewhat faulty. So I'm going to quickly jump in the truck, head back to the factory, grab a spare one that we've got at the factory, and see if we can make closer to 600 kilowatts. So you've probably seen a few pulls now. We're gonna have a chat with Trent. It's making some pretty spicy numbers. I've messaged Jason and he is stoked with the power, and he wanted to see a comparison between this and early days barrel wags. So Trent's pulled it up, we're gonna have a look.
Yeah, it's pretty spicy. I didn't expect it. So we got 3 graphs here. Obviously with the standard RB30 rods and the old turbo setup, we were here at about 430. This here is the new Turbo Smart Turbo, and the difference in response is very little. So we're still all in at 4,000, which is 375 kilowatts, rolling all the way out to just under 570 rear wheel kilowatts. Torque is pretty much 900 from 4,000 up to about 5.5, and it doesn't dip under 650 until over 8,000. So it's pretty mental, especially when you consider this is a 4-litre Barra. Still, it's a stock bottom end one, but still, like 950, we're very close in torque, holds torque way longer than the Barra, and same here. I mean, look, we've lost a fair bit. I mean, it's a couple of litres less. So,
yeah.
Well, it's a litre less. Power's the same at 4,000. The Barra's making a little bit more until 5.5, and then that turbo and this combination just carries out the top end.
Basically, what you're saying is these Turbo Smart turbos? Killer.
Yeah, so we've done a couple now. We've done a couple of Evos.
Yep.
And they hit well above their weight. They actually really work. So I was under the impression when this was done that it was the size up.
Oh, okay.
So these were the results I was expecting from an equivalent turbo in a size up. When you told me it was actually a 6262, I was surprised.
Yeah, so it's batting above its...
Oh yeah, 100%.
yeah. Basically, we've run out of gate.
Yeah, so we only got 18 pounds of gate spring in it. We're already starting to sort of drop off up here.
Yep.
So I can't get it to hold up. If we put 25 or 26 pounds of base spring in it, we could probably get it to hold boost, but I think for what it is...
Yeah. So we could make 600 kilowatts, but we're not gonna.
No.
Yeah, that's right. Let's be honest, I think if we do end up competing in this at World Time Attack, there's a good chance that I'm gonna be replacing a diff or some axles.
Each round.
I am very happy. I've slapped this together in 4, maybe 3.5 days. She's not leaking. She's not making any horrible sounds.
It's not breathing either.
Not breathing and making some serious power. So that is good. I am absolutely stoked with that. So anyway, it's been late, a late night. Thank you very much, Trent.
No, I mean, I should say the cooler worked really well as well. I actually said that the cooler was probably going to be a problem.
The intercooler?
Yeah.
Yep.
It only had like a 5 or 6 degree raise at 30 pounds.
So pretty much what we're going to do right now is say Phoenix, Ben Jenkins, and also the oil cooler.
Oh, yeah. I nearly wanted to tape it up.
Yeah, so cold. I mean, guys, if you want some really, really good cooling, gotta go to Phoenix. I mean, I've seen the numbers. Can't thank Phoenix enough, Mr. Ben Jenkins. And of course, we can't thank Turbo Smart enough for that absolutely beautiful spoolie boy that is, I mean, it's woken this thing up. Let's be honest, it sounds crazy. All right, guys, that's a wrap. Thank you, Trent.
No worries at all.
Again, another beautiful tune.